Multiple recent incidents of attacks have been brought to light in Peru, and a new report has just been made by a concerned mother. Both the mother and daughter are from Peru and have come forward with a strange account, alleging that her daughter is now in an unresponsive state due to encountering alleged entities in Peru. Described as Facepeelers, the mother detailed that her daughter was hit with electricity during this encounter, further saying that the mysterious humanoid entities just kept disappearing during the encounter. When asked where they went afterwards, the mother said that they went up into the sky, further adding that her daughter is struggling to talk about the encounter. Over the last few months, residents from a rural region in the northeastern part of Peru assert that they regularly come across towering creatures standing at 7 feet in height. These enigmatic beings are described as having armored bodies and unique characteristics, such as oversized heads and yellow eyes, and according to the knowledgeable villagers, there have been continuous nighttime attacks on their community since July 11th. The incident involving a woman has led to a prevailing sense of fear and unease within the community, and it's caused locals to band together in the hopes of finding out what these creatures are and what they want. This distressing incident has left members of the community feeling uneasy, making it challenging for them to find comfort and relaxation as they consistently experience a sense of danger. Interestingly, a video of the incident was made public, with some viewers describing the figure seen as human-like, while others observed that it had characteristics resembling a bug. The members of the Iquitu community, who possess in-depth knowledge about their land and traditions, have raised concerns about the presence of advanced entities. They assert that these beings are unaffected by the conventional hunting tools used by the indigenous people, and further added that when approached, they are able to move quickly, with some residents saying that glowing orbs can be seen when they are close by. Requesting aid from the Peruvian military, the community seeks protection from these intergalactic intruders. As per their descriptions, the aliens wear protective suits and possess remarkable levitation abilities, facilitated by spherical footwear that emits a red glow. Jairo Riategui Avila, a community leader, identified the creatures as beings from another planet. These mysterious entities have been likened to pelacaras by specific locals, who view them as strange beings. The Iquitu informed journalists that the recent invasion, which started on July 11th, has subjected the residents to relentless assaults by mysterious beings. However, many locals have said that news outlets have twisted their words and said that the entities were not wearing grey clothing, but rather their actual skin was grey, and that the entities gave off no noise and no jetpacks were seen during these encounters. On top of this, these entities were not affected by their weapons and had the ability to give off a blinding light, which would disorient the eyewitnesses. Some have suggested that a possible cover-up is happening, and that the illegal activities are being used as a front for what's happening right now. Others back this up by saying that the entities were over 7 feet tall and were very slender. As of right now, officials are trying to suggest illegal miners as a possible cause, but as some have said, human miners are not immune to bullets. According to Jairo Avila, an Iquitu leader, he stated to radio programs that these individuals are extraterrestrials. Avila admitted to the local radio station that he fired 2 shots at them, but instead of falling, the entity stood up and vanished. The mysterious events in the community have caused fear among the residents. As of right now, deep in the remote village of Iquitu, locals are still being targeted by these mysterious entities, and journalists have said that they plan to head into the village in order to investigate what's going on. One of the local Iquitu people described these beings as towering figures, standing at an astonishing 7 feet in height. Their skin, they said, was as pale as the moon, and their eyes gleamed with an otherworldly luminescence. The aliens would appear in the darkness of the night, moving silently through the village, but as of right now, the locals are unsure as to why the entities are visiting their region. At first, the encounters were fleeting, glimpses of tall, ethereal figures observed from a distance. But as time passed, the beings grew bolder, venturing closer to the villagers. It's just been announced that the governor of Loreto, Sandra Chumpitas, has given an interview to a local radio station about the mysterious event unfolding in Peru. She reported that these cases are not only in San Antonio de Pintuyacu, but also in many other regions such as San Regis, San Roque, Bagazan, and Zungaracocha. The governor's most recent announcement revealed that she is promoting a task force to investigate the events further, noting that community leaders told her their testimony about what's happening throughout the area. She's reported that letters have been sent to federal police and the Public Prosecution Office. The area can only be reached by boat, with locals saying that it takes over 18 hours to get there, and that this is the reason why journalists haven't investigated what's happening. The idea that they are miners with jetpacks has been largely dismissed by those investigating this story, along with those who live in the area. As of right now, glowing entities have been encountered by members of the Iquitu indigenous people in the remote rural district of Alto Nanay, northeast of Lima. As of right now, more and more information is being released about the mysterious entities that were sighted in Peru. Oddly enough, since the topic has been trending, locals have been posting photographs of the alleged creatures, with some describing them as giving off bright lights, while others have said that they have big heads with large eyes. This photograph was just posted online by a local called Alfredo. He details that he lives in Iquitos and that during the night, something was emitting a bright light in his garden. Thinking that it was someone with a flashlight, he decided to investigate. As he made his way outside, he could hear movement, and because of this, he was hesitant to approach. However, as he did, he encountered what he described was a humanoid-like figure that was emitting a bright light. It was so bright that it lit up his entire garden, and he even detailed that it hurt his eyes to look directly at it. He grabbed his phone and took several photographs, but due to how bright the light was, this entity only showed up in 2 of them. The whole encounter lasted no more than 20 seconds, and after the photographs were taken, Alfredo said that the light vanished from the being and it left the area. He switched on the light on his phone, but could no longer see the entity. After this, he quickly made his way inside. Interestingly, he said that this isn't the first time that these entities have been witnessed, and detailed that locals have allegedly been encountering them now for several months. Black helicopters have also been observed in the area. Those who investigate the unknown have said that black helicopters have been a recurring and perplexing element that often accompanies reports of unidentified objects. These ominous aircraft, painted in dark hues and often lacking visible markings, have sparked intrigue and speculation among enthusiasts. The term black helicopters gained prominence during the 1970s and 1980s. These helicopters are characterized by their dark color, often devoid of standard aviation markings or insignia. Reports frequently describe them as flying low and maneuvering with an air of precision that hints at sophisticated technology. Some speculate that the helicopters are part of government agencies' efforts to monitor activity and investigate sightings. The association with black helicopters could be an attempt to maintain secrecy and avoid detection by civilian observers. As of right now, Peru is still trending on social media, and this is because residents are allegedly encountering 7-foot-tall entities. In a rural area called Alto Nanay, located in the northeastern part of Lima, Peru, residents who've lived in the area for several decades claim to be experiencing constant encounters with 7-foot-tall entities. These mysterious beings are said to have armored bodies and distinct features, such as large heads and yellow eyes. The villagers report that these creatures have been consistently attacking their community during the night since July 11th. The community is currently experiencing a state of fear and unease, primarily caused by a distressing incident involving a woman. According to reports, she was approached from behind and suffered a laceration to her neck after resisting the attacker. This unsettling event has left community members apprehensive, making it difficult for them to find solace and rest peacefully as they constantly feel threatened. Oddly enough, footage was released of the incident, and those who saw it said they could make out a humanoid-like entity, while others noted that the creature appeared to be more bug-like. The Iquitu indigenous people have made accusations regarding advanced beings who they claim are impervious to their traditional hunting tools. These individuals are calling for assistance from the Peruvian military to ensure their safety against these interstellar trespassers. According to their accounts, the mysterious entities wear protective suits and possess an extraordinary ability to float using spherical footwear illuminated by a red light. According to community leader Jairo Riategui Avila, he described the individuals as beings from another planet. Jairo even attempted to fire at one of them twice, but they remained unharmed and eventually vanished. This extraordinary occurrence has caused great fear and concern within the community. In order to ensure the safety of their community, the villagers have organized night patrols. The authorities have conducted a visit to the vicinity and explored the outskirts of the village. According to these stories, many of the residents report that these entities have the ability to give off a blinding light. One particular evening, an eerie luminescence was observed coming from the fields beyond the village. The gentle hum of insects was replaced by a silence that seemed to stretch into eternity. It's reported that villagers peered out of their windows, captivated by the unearthly glow that painted the landscape in shades of pale blue. Locals said that some groups went out to the village's outskirts to investigate what was causing this light, and said that a figure emerged from the ethereal light. Standing at the boundary between the known and the unknown was a being unlike anything they had ever seen. According to those who witnessed the entity, its skin was a muted shade of grey, its lithe form almost floating above the ground. Large, almond-shaped eyes of shimmering silver peered curiously at the villagers, reflecting the moonlight in a mesmerizing dance. Fear mixed with awe as the villagers exchanged glances, their hearts pounding in anticipation of the encounter. One local said that the group quickly made their way out of there, and that for several weeks now these entities keep returning, with one of the locals saying that they've reached out to the military and said they want the sightings to end. Among the diverse and captivating array of beings that have allegedly been encountered by humans, the grey entity is perhaps one of the most commonly reported. With their distinctive appearance and a prevalence in lore, these entities have become synonymous with the search for advanced life. Often referred to simply as the Greys, they are allegedly humanoid beings, characterized by their small stature, large heads, prominent black almond-shaped eyes, and lack of discernible noses and mouths. Their skin is typically described as grey or pale, and they are often depicted as having slim bodies with elongated limbs. This archetype of advanced beings first gained prominence in the mid-20th century, although researchers into the unknown have said that cave paintings depict these creatures, causing some to suggest that humans have had encounters with them for thousands of years. Some theories propose that these entities might not be physical beings from distant planets, but instead interdimensional beings that can traverse different realms of existence. Another hypothesis suggests that they could be time travelers from the future, using advanced technology to interact with earlier eras of human history. As of right now, it's important to note that more evidence is needed to prove their existence. However, as technology moves forward, perhaps we are closer than what we realize to providing conclusive evidence of the authenticity of these entities. So, what do you make of these mysterious encounters in Peru? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.